Hey guys, welcome back to another video. We are here in the Iran-Iraq war. Look at this, we got two Iranian Cobras here. We are in an RF-4, a recon Phantom. Should be an interesting mission today. It is the 1st of October 1980. And the reason that date matters is because it is the day after the Iranian attack on the Osirak Reactor in Iraq, which is located 11 miles southeast of Baghdad. So when we did the Iranian F4 video a couple days ago, I was blabbering on about this Osirak attack and the recon F4 that came afterwards, and I thought it actually would be an interesting mission to try out. So I thought we could give it a go here today. I'll tell you guys more about the mission as we get airborne, but for now let me just get onto the runway here and we're just gonna send it. Let's go full AB, and so we're gonna stay low altitude for now after the takeoff, and we're gonna rendezvous with a tanker. We're gonna refuel, and then we're gonna head into the objective. And here we go, nice and center line, drifting a little. We got a bit of a crosswind here, stick back, and looking for a takeoff here. There we go, nice gear up. Alright ladies, let's turn in here. So we are obviously still in Iran. They did have radars that would look into Iranian airspace as much as Iran had radars that would look into Iraqi airspace. So we do want to just stay a little bit low altitude here for now. Basically, what happened was when the Iranians attacked the Osirak reactor, or complex, they had already, there's suspicions that they had worked with the Israelis to come up with a plan about how to hit it and where to hit it. Not really the how to, I think the Iranians did that themselves, but they talked to the Israelis about like what they should hit in the complex, and they both decided that hitting the reactor was probably a bad idea, because they feared it may already be active. So I think they both decided that Israel was going to hit it anyway, but Iran was like, okay, we'll hit it for now, let's just hit it, ruin it, and try to slow them down until we can figure out what to do about this reactor. So that was the main plan. So the attack yesterday, technically, which would have been September 30th, 1980, Iranian Phantoms came in, and with no resistance, because they were apparently undetected the entire time, they came in and they bombed the Osirak complex. Eyewitnesses say maybe the reactor was hit, but we don't have any official confirmation of that. Saddam Hussein the next day was like, or I think that day or something, he was like, yeah, that wasn't the Iranians that attacked us, it was the Israelis. And the Israelis were like, no, it definitely wasn't us. And Iran was like, it was definitely us. And he still refused to believe that. He kept insisting it was the Israelis that did it, pretty much. Obviously, it was embarrassing for him, being at war with Iran at the time, that they came and hit his Osirak reactor, so he wanted to blame the Israelis instead. So what happened was the next day, Iran sent a recon F4, which is us, on the 1st of October 1980, and he flew pretty much the exact same path all the way into Iraq and took a picture many pictures of the Osirak site, and basically proved it was like kind of a show of force thing. Like, we did it yesterday and we did it again today, is what they were trying to say, I believe. But also they got some nice intel pictures, which apparently, allegedly, were also given to Israel to plan their attack on the Osirak reactor as well. So if we manage to complete this mission today and manage to get the pictures we need with this Recon F4, somewhere in the future, these photos will be shared with Israel to plan their attack on the Osirak reactor. And these two attacks together will basically knock that thing out permanently, basically. Yeah, so over this lake here, we should have an Iranian tanker, a refueling tanker. We're going to top up with the F4. He should be here. We should be rendezvousing with him. And we should also have Iranian F-14 cover as well. I can see the tanker right here. Let's turn around. We're going to rejoin with them. But yeah, there should be an Iranian F-14 around here. Pretty high altitude. Just kind of keeping the airspace locked down so we can refuel here. There are some accounts from the Iraqi Air Force guys at the time who said that if they found out that an F-14 was in the area, they just left. They didn't even bother to try to fight it. They would just jettison everything and run away, basically. Unless they could ambush the F-14, which, you know, is a whole different story. But basically, when we put an F-14 up here above the area where we're going to be refueling, basically makes sure we're safe for the most part. We shouldn't be harassed by any Iraqi aircraft while we do this. But after that, after the refueling's over, we're on our own. And by the way, the motto for this squadron, the Recon F4s, the Iranians, it was alone, unarmed, and unafraid. And I am most definitely alone. I am unarmed, but I'm a little bit afraid. But if we stick to the mission plan, we should be good. But imagine penetrating into Iraq in this environment and you're completely unarmed. Anything could kill you. You know, that's pretty wild. And you can't even defend yourself. You have no way of defending yourself. Alright, here we go. We're lining up with a tanker. Let's go ahead and get some fuel, and we can get this show on the road. Alright, buddy. Thanks for the fuel. We're all topped up. Our mission is a go. Irene. I say again, Irene. Let me know in the comment section if you got that reference. Most guys will get that, I'm pretty sure. It's classic for the men out there. So I was kind of looking around, trying to find new Mission Impossibles and stuff to do, the same concept. Trying to get in undetected kind of thing. And I kept landing at these Iranian missions. You know, the H-3 strike, the Osirak attack, this like recon thing later. They did another attack on Baghdad. Like, they just did this for 8 years. They just did strikes like this into Iraq. They're basically they were doing like real life Mission Impossibles, these Iranian guys back then. And then, you know, you had the F-5 attack on Camp Buring. You know, that was basically the same concept, but with F-5s. A lot of F-5 attacks during the Iran-Iraq war as well, from my understanding. When they did the H-3 attack, took out a bunch of Iraqi aircraft on the ground. They did a diversionary attack with the F-5s. Out of Tabriz, I believe, is what I read, in order to, you know, distract the Iraqis while the F-4s went around back and hit the H-3 complex. You know, these little low-level raids, and you know, a lot of this was made possible by the F-14 as well. Got to give credit where credit is due. You know, the F-14 would lock down the airspace, give a lot of cover. That one F-14 with his Phoenix missiles, he could actually provide a decent amount of cover for this recon F-4 as well on the way in, and he can scan pretty deep into Iraq and tell them that there's no aircraft and like you're good to go, you know. So I'm sure there was a lot of that going on. Alright, you can see some slight smoke plumes in the distance. That is Osirak. 11 miles or 17 kilometers southeast of Baghdad, right off the nose. And Osirak was guarded by one SA-6 battery and 3 Roland batteries, positioned in a diamond, and then a lot of AAA as well. We're going to come in low altitude. We're going to slow down just a little bit as we pop up over Osirak. The aircraft will take the pictures we need, and then that's it. We turn around and we run back into Iran. And hopefully that goes well. Here we go, staying low altitude here. I haven't been detected at all on RWR under the power lines here. For sure they're going to detect me as we get closer to Osirak here, but theoretically they shouldn't get a huge fire solution on me, I don't think. Okay, here we go. Oh, we got a Roland that is looking over here, definitely sees me. We're going to try to stay as low as we can, but they know I'm here. We got mere seconds to get these photos and get out of here, and it's going to be tight maybe. Remember, this is the day after the Osirak attack, so these units are probably on high alert. Okay, here we go. Looks like a lot of stuff's still on fire out here, and taking all the pictures. Alrighty, that's it. The hard part is done. We've been detected. They're definitely trying to lock me up. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay, we're doing good. We're out of there. We're out of range of the SA-6, the Rolands, possibly the AAA. And if we just keep going this fast, we're going to be back in Iranian territory in no time. I believe the separation is actually something like 67 miles is the shortest distance between Osirak and the Iranian border. Alrighty, we are back at our base that we took off at, and we're going to try to land without killing ourselves. But there you go, mission success. You really got to hand it to these guys. You know, doing the mission yourself really gives you an appreciation of how difficult that was, flying super low altitude like that all the way in, constant air-to-air refuelings, and then you know, just the risk of going in there unarmed is absolutely wild to me. I can't even imagine doing something like that. Alright, here we go. Lined up on the runway. And we're looking for a Navy touchdown. Here we go. Come on, put it down. Don't float. There we go, we're down. And pop the chute. Oh, don't veer off the runway. That was close. We're good. Everything's fine. Alright, so we'll use these photos that we took to establish a BDA on how effective that Osirak reactor attack was yesterday and the targets that were hit. Should be pretty useful intel. And we'll go ahead and find our parking spot. But yeah, so that was basically, that's my understanding of the attack there, and the way the recon F4 went in, got the photos and got out. He actually did take some fire from my understanding in real life, where the original Osirak attack, like, they weren't expecting an attack, so they got in, dropped bombs and got out before anybody could even react, right? But the recon guy, he definitely took some fire, which is even more crazy that he went in unarmed and like alone and all that, because like they were actually expecting another attack, you know, on the second day. So absolutely wild, because I'm sure the Iraqis thought like, okay, they didn't finish the job, they'll be back, you know. And then this guy comes alone and unarmed with a camera. It's unbelievable. There's some crazy people out there, man, really willing to risk it all. Alright, that's it for me, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.